March 1st, 1940. Adolf Hitler orders the invasion of Norway, codenamed Operation Weserbill. 5 different groups are ordered to take 6 of the main Norwegian ports. Group 1 departed on April 6th and consisted of 10 German destroyers and 1,900 soldiers total. They were escorted from Bremerhaven and arrived at Offenfjord in the early morning of April 9th. There is fog and heavy snow, limiting the visibility for both sides. The Germans capture 3 Norwegian patrol boats, but before one of them is captured, a message is sent back to a defense ship. The Germans push on and 4 of the ships land their men in the northern branch of Offenfjord. The others sank 2 of the Norwegian defense ships, leaving 276 dead. The British Navy received news and planned an attack of their own. The same day they sent 5 British H-class destroyers under the command of Captain Warburton Lee. These ships were smaller than the German ships. When Warburton Lee reached the pilot station, he was told he needed twice as many ships in order to deal with the 6 German destroyers, but he carried on. They arrived just before 4 a.m. on April 10th, hidden by snowstorms. At 4:30 a.m. the British destroyers sent out a combination of torpedoes and gunfire and managed to sink 2 of the German destroyers. The British then sank a number of merchant ships and withdrew outside of the harbor. Warburton Lee decided to remain at Narvik for long enough to make one more attack and went out of the harbor and into the open sea. Just before 6 a.m. he encountered 3 German destroyers and was at a disadvantage, with things soon getting worse when 2 more destroyers showed up. The British fleet was now caught in the middle of 2 attacks. During the battle, 2 of the British ships were badly damaged and another sank outright. Captain Warburton Lee was killed and later posthumously awarded a Victoria Cross. However, the British fleet managed to damage 5 of the German destroyers and stop them from using their advantage, allowing 2 of the relatively undamaged British ships to rescue one of their badly damaged ships. On their way out of Offenfjord, the British sank a German ammunition ship. 3 days later, the British returned to Narvik in much greater force. Starting the Second Battle of Narvik, they were equipped with the battleship HMS Warspite and 9 destroyers. On the morning of April 13th, the HMS Warspite spotting aircraft attacked a German U-boat and spotted a German destroyer which it called in a torpedo attack on. Both vessels were sunk and most of the U-boat crew escaped. The British fleet then reached Narvik at 1 p.m. The German destroyers attacked them as they came into the harbor and inflicted serious damage on 2 British destroyers. But after an hour, the surviving German ships fled and 2 of them were lost. German casualties were not as high as the British expected, as several of the German ships were destroyed by their own crews and 2,500 troops survived to take part in the land battle for Narvik.
So I was out on the ship, right? And my guys were like, come on, man, go find me some Germans, cuz. So like little old me, what I'm doing is I get on my little plane, my little buzzer, and I go and I take off and I'm scouting around some of these Germans, right? And I see some bloody U-boats. Like, don't even make sense. Why would you make a boat like a U-boat? I see some U-boats, and I wasn't really sure what to do, so I ponder it for a bit, and then I'm like, you know what, mate? I'm just gonna rain hellfire down on them. So I was over like, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, and it was honestly, I still can't listen to fireworks without freaking out, but it was awesome. It was awesome, man. And I went back, I landed after taking care of all these German U-boats, and they threw me a parade. It was excellent. It was bloody awesome.
Thank you for sharing.